2 years ago, I was in LA for a mini vacation, and as one does, I had a list of things that I wanted to do, list of places where I wanted to go, and at some point I was in downtown LA, and I look at my list, and I see a really good Italian spot being just 10-minute bus drive from where I was, or like a 30-minute walk. And me being on vacation, I was like, why take a bus? Like, I'm on vacation, I'm just gonna explore the city, I'm just gonna walk there. And downtown LA has a lot of tall skyscrapers. And I start walking, and at like 5 minutes go by, I see less skyscrapers and more tents. And like 10 minutes go by, I see no skyscrapers and just all like tents around me. Like the streets are filled with tents and like homeless people. And I'm like, damn, okay then. So I get a little tense, I get a little worried. So I take off my watch, I put it in my pocket. Like I take off my glasses, also put it in my pocket. To look less, attackable. So I go and people start staring at me because I clearly am not in the right place. I'm in the wrong neighborhood. So I go and the area is clearly very poor, and I go and I see just one guy standing there looking like a chemist, like wearing a full-on chemist outfit, like with the gloves, rubber gloves, and like the clear glasses, and like everything, a chemist outfit. So he just stands there in the middle of the road, in the middle of the sidewalk, and as I approach him, he turns 90 degrees and starts facing the road. Okay, and I think like, okay, that's weird. I'm gonna walk behind him so that he doesn't do anything to me. So I start walking behind him, and the moment I pass him by, he just turns around and grabs me by the neck, and I'm like, whoa, what the hell? And I slap his arm, and I just quickly run away from him and like look back, and like during all of this interaction he doesn't say a word. He just stares at me like with a blank expression on his face, and he just stares at me. He grabbed him by the neck with a blank expression, and he just stared there when I slapped him and I ran away. So then I was like, wow, that's crazy. So like that's how I got attacked in LA. So the moment I got attacked, I was like, nope. And I immediately, ordered an Uber and went back to downtown LA, because I was like, no, I'm not going to that Italian place. I already lost my appetite. I'm not eating in the next hour. So I'm gonna somehow draw parallels between this story and doing some knowledge work, doing some mental work. So it's clear that I was out of place in that neighborhood, that I didn't belong there. And in terms of doing knowledge work, I think there are a lot of cases where people are doing something that is not aligned with their natural superpowers of their brain. So like we all have aptitudes for something, right? So some people like numbers more, some people like writing more, some people are more visually oriented, some people are more like audio oriented. And I don't mean to put limitations on the human brain, because we all can do whatever we want, but I think it's clear that some people are better at some things and other people are better at other things. And if I were to compare this story to doing some mental work, I think like it's the feeling of belonging, it's the feeling of feeling natural in your environment, and in this case mental environment. Is something that I strive towards. So, as uncomfortable as I was in that neighborhood where I clearly didn't belong, I think the other opposite side of that would be my own neighborhood where I live right now, like where I feel very comfortable. And I think it's the same with mental work. And if you're in the wrong neighborhood, meaning that you're doing some mental work that is not aligned with your natural aptitudes and natural superpowers, you're gonna feel uncomfortable. And if you are in a very you know, pleasant environment where you're working on your life's mission, and that, you know, is a very much aligned with your brain superpowers, then you're gonna feel very comfortable. And obviously it's a spectrum, and you know, some people are more satisfied with their mental neighborhood, some people are less satisfied, but I think it's the awareness that matters a lot. So if you feel like that something that's the stuff that you're doing is kind of like, you know, you're out of place a little bit, then it kind of gives you a sense of direction on where to go mentally, like, because you know, the space of mental work is vast and is, like, you know, is suited for any brain, and there's a place for everyone, especially with the internet and you know, AI, you know, because you can do anything basically. So I feel like it's important to have that skill, to identify, to be aware of where you are in terms of your mental neighborhood. Are you comfortable? Is that your perfect neighborhood? Are you doing what you love? Or are you feeling out of place? Are you feeling that you're in the wrong neighborhood and you might actually even be attacked? So yeah, these are some abstract thoughts. I just, you know, thought about this story randomly. And also I want to upgrade my storytelling skills. So yeah, this is it for today, and yeah, see you tomorrow.